Releasing this video will be my last stupid mistake. Hi, I am John, and in true Asmongold style, I'm going to do this whole video in a single take. I am a very casual Diablo 4 gamer with a wife, 2 kids, and 2 YouTube channels. So what that actually means is that I actually know nothing about Diablo 4. Here we are in a tier 3 dungeon. I feel like I've been playing this game probably like for 40 hours now, maybe even more. Maybe I'm just slow at leveling. But, you know, people are saying that, like, you need to get to the end game to enjoy it. This is tier 3 apparently, so is this supposed to be difficult? I'm finding it anything but yeah, what I would like to talk to you about today is what it's like playing Diablo 4, maybe even said Diablo 3 earlier, what it's like playing Diablo 4 as a casual gamer. What we're playing at the moment obviously is Season 1, which I like to call a hot mess. Let's be real, it's pretty cool though, right? That's what they said in the dev video, but like, I don't think they gave any reasons. You can insult my play all you want. I'm playing on a PC with the controller. The stigma on that maybe is real, but you know what? I'm 40 years old, and if I have to click this many times, I'll get sore arm. So I'll use the controller. I can hold the button down. It seems easier. I want to also just address the fact that I kind of hate the fact that they only gave us 6 buttons. I used to play WoW quite a lot. I've played it on a controller as well. I get 2 young kids, don't get a lot of time, so I would play in front of the TV using a controller playing WoW. And I played a Death Knight with reasonably high completion rate in terms of like dungeons and mythics. And if you really want to see my stats, I could link them. I don't think anyone will actually care about that. But yeah, I'm going to be using these 6 abilities because that's all we've got, I guess. And, you know, I think the reason that we only get 6 abilities is because they're making us play on a controller. I think that we could have had a lot more. Like, if you've ever used WoW console port, trust me, it's possible to have about 30 abilities on console port, and you can play just absolutely fine. It takes a little bit of time, I guess, higher skill cap, but like I said, I'm not a serious gamer, and I managed it just absolutely fine. So yeah, this is World Tier 3, like 40 hours in, there still feels like there is absolutely no challenge in this game. I have done some Nightmare Dungeons, but unfortunately I can't really do that because I'm still trying to do this stupid renowned grind? Like I have to go back and still do side quests and well, I did alters a little bit anyway, but the side quests, the boring side quests, I have to do them all over again. I've still not got them all done. I get about 1 hour to play a day if I am lucky, so I've got 3 of the zones completed now. This is an area that I'm trying to get completed. Anyway, this is World Tier 3, and I don't know, well, I don't think this is difficult whatsoever. I feel like, you know, in one of Asmongold's video we said like the casual players are sitting around, we're having fun, right? I think I am not having fun. I'm doing this because I feel like I must. I actually very closely quit this game during the campaign because I thought the campaign was really boring. I thought the season was a little bit better, but like the season for me is just dragging. Most of my casual friends have actually already quit. I think I have 1 that's still playing this season. So, I mean, they've lasted like 2 weeks of the season. A bunch of the bottom battle pass as well. I mean, I'm doing it because I bought the battle pass mainly. Here's another thing that is very strange with this game is like the builds. Asmongold said that the talent trees were probably too simple and Paragon was too complicated. I feel like that's exactly where I am, alright? Like, I don't know anything about the Paragon tree. I'm just throwing my points in, left, right, and center. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Am I doing it right? No idea. I don't really even have time to read a guide. I would have rather, like, you know, well, the audience for this game is supposed to be a casual game. I think I'm supposed to be the audience. Like, someone that's willing to play a couple hours a day, and not be super serious and pay my money every 3 months for the battle pass. But like I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. There's a lot to talk about. Anyway, if I wasn't quitting the game during the Turbo campaign, and now we're doing the side quests like I mentioned, Blizzard said that they did a lot of testing for this game. Their recent dev diary talked about that they would do a lot of testing, and I actually hate the map here, right? You got to bring up the whole map. Remember in Diablo 2, you could just overlay the map, you didn't have to keep bringing up the map to know where the hell you're going. A lot of people will say that, like, I just wanted to play Diablo 2. I actually don't. I I've completed Diablo 2 a bunch of times. I'm happy to play a new game. I completed Diablo 3. I obviously going to try and complete this, but there's a lot of weird things, weird design decisions in this game. You know, one of the things I realised was, like, with gems, right? I've been collecting gems for ages. It seems like there's absolutely no point to collect gems. My brother, who's playing the game, he's the only person that stopped playing that I know, told me that, like, you need, I think it's rubies and emeralds, and that's it. Like, there's no reason to collect any of the other gems. And I'm like, okay. I'm not sure that feels good. I'm not sure how lots of playtesting was done on that. Oh, look, here's a little event that's actually a tiny little bit hard. Or, I was going to say, maybe it's not hard. I think it's just the poison that's making this a little bit harder. Mind you, I'm definitely not using an optimized build of any sort. I haven't looked at Icy Veins or anything like that. I mean, you know, I did look at Icy Veins for about 2 seconds and thought, like, I don't have time to do this. So I'm just playing the build that I came up with myself. I wanted to play ranged DPS. That's what I'm playing. I've got poison, I've got traps. I think that... you know, I actually wanted to talk about these events. Like, all these events are the same, right? Like, you either, like, have to kill a few mobs in a specific area, or defend a specific area, or kill mobs for a few seconds and then defend the area. I actually think that, like, you know, there's like 50 different areas where the same event spawns all over the map. You can end up playing the same event. I actually, when I first saw world events in the game, I was like, cool, they got world events. These explosions on death as well are really stupid. I can't imagine it, like, I played the previous games on hardcore. I can't imagine anyone wanting to play this game on hardcore. Like, it's just going to be just a frustrating experience when you die to an explosion that, like, that boss had like a second explosion. So if you were literally half paying attention, you dodge the first explosion, you go in to get your loot, and then you're dead. So yeah, when they talked about, like, how they've done extensive playtesting on this game, I think that was a lie. Because I think it's a bit like EA, right? Like, Blizzard have kind of become EA. Sorry, I should be using my combo points more often. I know. Like I said, I'm super casual. I'm playing on a controller. I think... Oh, that would have been cool. I thought I got a bug for a second where I was stuck in the wall. This can't be the whole dungeon. Alright. They also said they're going to make it that you backtrack less. Yeah, sure. Lots of backtracking to do. Ooh, I missed some loot. So yeah, they said they'd done a lot of testing, but I feel like... I don't know, like, Blizzard of late have done a lot of questionable things. Warcraft Reforged, which is the main game I play on this channel, is an absolute mess. I've made so many videos on the state of Warcraft 3. Nobody actually cares at Blizzard. I've tried tweeting. I don't think anyone works on Warcraft 3 anymore, so, I mean, it's a losing battle. So I figured, you know what, I'll make a video on Diablo 4, because people actually do care about this, and, you know, like, I'm at the point now where, like, I like to jump on the Flame Blizzard bandwagon because they I don't know, they're not the company they used to be. I was going to say, who was the guy, Mike Morhaime? Yeah, I liked it when Mike Morhaime and Metzen were, like, in charge. I know Metzen's back now, but I guess I'm not sure we're seeing his influence yet. Maybe. I haven't played WoW for a little while. I'm going to come back to WoW. Anyway, but yeah, so it's like Blizzard, all the recent titles have been a bit of a mess, right? Everything... if it's not, like, the monetization in Diablo in this game is actually really bad as well. Like, I'm not buying any of those sets. I can't imagine why you would want to buy any of the sets, because the social point and the social stuff in this game is actually terrible, right? Like, there's no group finder. You know, it's just, you don't... I know you occasionally run into players on the world map. No one ever asks to team up. Like, there's no easy way to, like, join together with them. The world bosses are a complete Zergfest. There seems to be no... At least the world boss I did, there seems to be no strategy. And I've been playing the game since launch. I've only managed to do one world boss. And like I said, I try and play whenever I can play. In the last couple of weeks, I've probably played like an hour every couple of days because I'm really wanting to get... Oh, I think there is something that's, like, rooting me here. Is this the... I don't know this dungeon. I don't know if I've ever done it. But, yeah, you know, there's so many questionable decisions. Go back into the gems a second. Remember in Diablo 2 when you would pick up a blue gem and you would put it in your gear and it would make, like, your weapon have, like, cold damage, and that was cool, right? Like, you would have a cold weapon, or you could put in a green gem and do poison damage. I forget exactly what they're called. I think they were called, like, sapphires and emeralds, whatever. It's been a long time since I played Diablo 3. Or Diablo 2. Did they? I don't even remember if they did that in Diablo. Look at the stupid explosions. How annoying it must be to play this game on hardcore. Anyway. like, how did all that get lost? Like, hey, I just picked up a topaz. What does a topaz do? In weapon, it does basic skill damage. In armor, it does damage reduction while crowd impaired. Or crowd impaired? Was that actually what it said? Crowd impaired? Okay. Well, that shows how little attention I paid to that. So gems used to be a really cool thing, a really cool part of the game. You used to be able to do customization, you used to be able to add stuff like magic find. Now, it's like, what's even the point of gems? I don't know, I think I've socketed like 3 gems since I started the game. You know, like, I don't have any motivation to socket them. I was going to say, the thing that's killing me in this dungeon is damn poison. I guess I should have... Why is it snakes? Why is there always going to be snakes? That's a WoW achievement, isn't it? Apparently it's spiders. Why is there always going to be poison spiders? But yes, so they had cool things with the gems. They know they had cool things with the gems. People love rune words and all that kind of stuff. And the gems in Diablo 4 just kind of suck. Like, maybe I'm just not seeing it, but like, I'm not excited about gems. I actually spoke to my brother last night. He said he didn't even pick the gems up anymore, right? So, I mean, like, I guess in these extensive playtests, why did no one tell you, hey, the gems kind of suck, right? The other thing I wanted to say as well was, like, weapon stats are terrible in this. Absolutely terrible. Like, as a casual player, it's so confusing. I get to a point where, like, I fill up my inventory like this with all these yellows and blues. I don't even look at them. I don't even know what's better, because I've got, like, I think I have a bow. I don't actually know if I have a good bow. Let me tell you about my bow, right? My bow is like, it's got vulnerable damage, it's got core skill damage, it's got damage to distance, and it's got rank of impetus passive, and then it's got lucky hits. What that actually translates to, and it's got damage to distance at the top above the line, and it's got damage to distance again below the line, right? So like, what, I've got double damage to distant. What it actually translates to is I have no idea if gear is an upgrade or not. Maybe you hardcore guys know. You can look at an item and go, oh cool, like, you know, this bow here is definitely an upgrade because reasons. I don't know, like, is that 28 to all stats? Is that factored into the DPS? Like, so this bow will do 444 DPS less, even with the plus 28 to all stats? I get so confusing, the itemization. And also, like, it doesn't feel good. Like, alright, look, so here's a tier 3 boss. Like I said, I've been playing the game for a long time now, like 60 hours. Trying to level up as fast as I can. I know I could do Nightmare Dungeons, like I said, but I'm having to do this stupid renown grind. Probably if you've been watching this video, you realise that I am either not a good player or an extremely casual player. But I don't think I'm having that much fun, and yeah, I mean, was that boss hard? You know, I guess you could argue that, like, hey, you know, bosses aren't hard until you've done, whatever, I don't know, what am I trying to say, like, plus 12, Nightmare mode? Well, I did, like, a plus 12, I did a Nightmare mode solo that was 12 levels higher than me. I completed that, right? So I am doing harder content, but I'm trying to do this, oh, maybe I had to complete a quest in there. Anyway, I'm trying to do this stupid map thing, whatever it's called. Yes, this region progress. I'm still doing this. I wish they had, like, they don't have a /played in this game. I think that's to hide from people so they don't know how much time they fucking wasted, honestly. What else did I want to say? You know, they said in their developer video there's so much content to do in the overworld as well. Like, what content? The same event that spawns in 50 different locations, or the same 2 events that spawn in 50 different locations. If the goal of this is to get to the end game, which arguably I am not there yet, I need to get to World Tier 4. It's gonna, based on the fact that I get like 1 or 2 hours to play a day, I get like 1 level a day. So, and I don't get to play every day either. So let's just say that it's going to take me like 2 or 3 more weeks to get to level 70. Possibly 2 or 3 more weeks after that to get to level 80. What am I going to actually see before my character resets after 3 months and I need to buy my new battle pass? Do I have a level to here playing? Yeah, cool, okay. So like, what, you know, I'm going to get to see the end game for 2 weeks and then I have to start over. I think that these dungeon bosses are a joke, and as much as I did hate the campaign, at least the campaign bosses felt like they had like multiple phases and multiple characters. Yeah, there's so much to talk about it. I think I would love to make a better video than this with like lots of edits, but I don't think anyone will watch it because my channel is very small. So here is my one-shot take, my hot take of Diablo 4 as a casual player, and why, like, it's generally just, I'm playing it, I want to get to endgame, I guess. I want to get to level 100 with a character. I don't, in the current state, I have no interest in playing hardcore, and I also, I don't like, oh, there's so much I don't like, you could, I guess you could shout at me that, like, hey, you're a Diablo 2 boomer, or whatever they call it. I don't even really know what the word boomer means, I'm too old, but you could shout at me like, you just love Diablo 2, and I was like, I don't know if I do, because Diablo 2 Remastered came out not too long ago, and I played to like level 75 and got a bunch of stuff. But I'll tell you what I did like in Diablo 2. It's like when I got a legendary, it felt good. Let's have a look at this legendary that I just got. So while injured, your potion does 10% barrier. You've got intelligence, strength, damage reduction from distant enemies, willpower, and then increased armor when you deal any form of damage. That actually doesn't sound too bad, but like, and it's 100 item levels lower than the pants I have. I don't know why it's 100 item levels lower, but whatever. Or item power lower. I've got shadow damage. I've got damage to elite. I've got damage to enemies affected by traps. Obviously, use my poison trap a lot, and unless it hits a boss or a player, your death trap. All right, I don't have a death trap, so that doesn't matter. But like, here's my problem. I have no idea if dodge, shadow damage, damage to elites, or damage to enemies affected by traps is better or worse than like intelligence, strength, and willpower. And yes, I know there is this thing that you can like mouse over. I actually don't really know how you mouse over those with the console though, right? Because I play with controller, so like I guess I have to go into, like, I don't know how to mouse over strength. Like, there's a problem. Like, how do I move my controller over strength to actually see what strength does? Maybe this is why I don't know what the hell's going on. Because I can't do that on console. I can't put my mouse over strength and go strength increases my armor. I was going to say, can I get... I suppose I could probably get that material and stats panel up. Okay, I mean, this is literally the first time I've seen this. So this shows how casual I am. But still, how am I supposed to know if... What's even on my bow? Damaged, 31% damage to distant enemies. Is that... Or my pants was like 15% damage to elites against like 20 intelligence or something. Intelligence increases my critical strike by a percentage. You know, like, here's my thing. Like, I played WoW a lot. I could pull up my WoW character profile, whatever you would call it. WoW Armory. It's been a long time. Do they still actually have WoW Armory? Hopefully. I mean, it's been a long time since I played WoW. Okay, cool. I can still pull up my WoW character, and like I said, it's been a long time since I played WoW. I'm probably like an expansion behind, or whatever. I think I was level 110, but I don't know if I've played since they squished the levels. But at least in WoW, I don't know if they used to show detailed. They used to show detail down here. I guess they don't anymore, but they did used to show a detailed thing where you used to, you know, and WoW it was clear. It was like, all right, I think it used to be like a plus 7% chance to hit so that all my spells hit. And I know that like crit, haste, and mastery, and I know as Frost Death Knight, like one expansion, your best stat was haste, one expansion, your best stat was crit. You know, it was very clear. And you can see here, I'm no chump, like I've got 19,000, whatever points, achievement points, like I said. And I did a lot of like dungeons, and I done what are they called? Challenge dungeons. I forget what they're called. I was gonna say, I guess you could check this out. Dungeons and raids. I'm sure, you know, like in Legion, I've got Mythic raiding completed. Warlords of Draenor, look, here's a bunch of Mythic raiding completed. Mr. Pandaria. So I've done stuff, right? Like I know what I was doing. And I do have a bunch of ahead of the curves. I don't know if I can check that, but they're probably in Legacy actually. Would they be? I don't know where the head of the curves would be. If you know more about pizza strength, that's where they'll be. Raids? Yeah, okay, look, cool. Ahead of the curves. So, like, yeah, these aren't, like, heroic difficulty isn't insanely difficult. I never got ahead of the curve mythic. Like, I played WoW to a reasonably decent level. Maybe it's not Asmongold level, but yeah, let's face it. I've had a career for 17 years. I've had a full-time job, so I did okay. But my problem is, as a casual player in Diablo 4, I've got no idea. There's far too many stats. I don't have time to learn all this. WoW is an MMO. This is an ARPG. This is not supposed to be the simpler game. I don't know. It feels simpler. It feels like there's less content. Alright, that's a big 20-minute rant. If you're still here at the end of the video, leave a like. If you're not here, well, I guess you're not here. Catch you in the next one. Thank you ever so much for getting to the end of the video. This has been Diablo 4 from the perspective of a casual gamer. Yeah. I know Blizzard already said that we're not gonna have to wait 8 or 10 years for the next Diablo game. I mean, like, how about you just focus on making this one not shit, rather than make us wait 8 years for some convoluted nonsense. Alright, catch you the next one. Peace.